Morning Coffee with Cliff, everybody. I'm glad you're here. You are in the right place. As always, you're in the right place. I'm actually thankful to be here with you this morning. Of course, eventually you're going to get to the point in your life when you're glad to be anywhere. A little bit of humor this morning, and why not? Let me know where you are in the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Deal harshly with your enemies. Be ruthless with your enemies. What am I talking about? Let me write down some things, or let me look at some of the things I was writing down this morning when I was talking about such things as this. Oh, yes. All right, everybody. I love going live in the vertical format of YouTube. Why? Because it shows up in the shorts feed. YouTube pushes it out to shorts, so I get in contact with more people that aren't already subscribed to my channel. And I'm growing a community of progress, one person at a time, one quality person at a time. So that next quality person could and should be you. Subscribe to the channel, join a community of progress. That's where the juice of life is, really, when we're making progress towards a worthy goal or ambition. You know how you feel if you're on a diet. That next pound goes. You're on the journey. You lost that next pound. You feel good because you're making progress. You're writing a book. You've just finished a chapter. You feel good because you're making progress towards that end goal that you've set for yourself. Writing a novel. Each chapter, each paragraph is a next step in the destination that you're striving for. Sometimes that's going to be more satisfying than actually getting there, than getting to the end, than finishing the novel. Yes, we celebrate. Great, we finished it. Yes, the diet's over. We lost the 40 pounds. But that satisfaction is fleeting. And that's why quickly after we celebrate those wins, set the next goal, the next ambition. Does it ever end? No, it doesn't end. It continues on and on. So I'm glad you're here. Be ruthless with your enemies, everybody. And we know who those enemies are. They are procrastination, indecision. Yes, we need to be careful of the thief in the alley who might rob us. But more importantly, we got to be the thief of the mind. That's what we got to worry about, the thief of the mind. That's going to steal our opportunities. Indecision, procrastination, thieves of opportunities. We got to deal harshly with those enemies. We got to kill them. We got to get rid of them. One of mine, procrastination. Got to fight it every day. Oh, I'm good at it too. You ever been so great at something like procrastination? I'm so great at it, I could teach it. Be harsh with your enemies. Indecision, procrastination, pessimism. Tendency is to look on the dark side, why it can't work. But you and I know, two sides to every coin, why it can work. Yeah, the glass is half empty, but it's also half full. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here. As always, hey, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, listen, make sure your library of personal growth and development is just like your kitchen supply. You want it balanced, not just a positive. Ponder some of the great questions that are going on in life today. Be well versed, be well informed before you go forward. Make your library of personal development just like the pantry of your kitchen is what I meant to say, right? It's well stocked, right? With all sorts of ingredients, right? Not just the positive, but all those ideas that we ponder on a daily basis of life. We got to kill those enemies that we have, right? Indecision, pessimism, procrastination. My biggest one that I fight every day. We got to deal harshly with our enemies, lest they deal harshly with us. All right, everybody. Fortune favors the bold. Jump on the chat. I'd love to know where you're from right now, today. I'm live. This is no AI-generated bullshit. This is the real McCoy, real and raw, and all over the world. Never been a greater time to be alive that we can turn on a camera, like right now, broadcast to the world for free. Can you imagine if you had a product and or service and you can organically connect with people? People want to know who you are before they want to buy from you. And maybe get out of that mentality of selling, get into the mentality of serving other people. And then people will buy from you because they'll get to know who you are. People follow you, who you are personally. And they want to get to know if you're real or not, what you're all about. Scripture says God looks on the inside, people look on the outside. Somebody says, hey, that's not right. Here's the clue. They do. People look on the outside. Now, yes, once they get to know you, they don't judge you just by outside appearances. But at first, they take a look. Isn't that true? All right, everybody, so glad you're here. Hey, man, how are you? I like that. I like your profile picture. Lola Mello 58. Hey, man, thanks for taking the time to comment. Always important. Always important. Recognize people. People leave comments. You know what? My channel's small. My channel's tiny. And I have to ask a question that's going to serve me. What's good about that? I can answer every question, every comment that I get. Even if it's a negative, hateful comment, I can answer it. That's what I like about going live. The mistakes stay in. It's not overly polished. It's not overly edited. It's me in the raw and the real. I like doing it. Sometimes I never know what I'm going to say or do. But guess what? That's the juice of life. That's the frosting. Sometimes we don't want over-edited, over-polished, over-perfect. Perfect is going to be the enemy of us starting to go after what we need to go after. You are making my day. I'll tell you right now. You're handsome. You married? I am not married anymore. I'm sorry to say. Well, not sorry to say. Hey, thank you. I'm blushing right now. Let me adjust my color so you don't see the red that matches my shirt. Hey, I don't see myself that way, but you know what? You made my day. I don't care what happens the rest of the day. What you just said to me has bolstered my feelings. So, hey, you know what? Sometimes, or most times, people don't know what you said or did. They just know how you made them feel. I may not remember what you said. Yes, I will. But I'll remember how you made me feel. So thank you. I hope you have a great day today. You know what? You deserve it. And that is a wonderful way to start every day, the gift of encouragement. Go out there in the field and try to find legitimate reasons to compliment people that you interact with. Don't make it be fake. People are going to have a bullshit meter. They're going to detect it. But take a look at somebody. Hey, you know what? I like your dolphin earrings. Those are pretty. Do dolphins mean something special to you? And guess what? Guess how many people actually take notice of those dolphin earrings? Not too many. How many people really authentically and realistically compliment somebody? And we always hesitate. I'm talking to myself. We always hesitate to give people compliments because we think, that's going to be awkward. Then they're not going to care. It's not awkward, and people do care. You're going to be surprised at the positive impact you can have on other people just by giving compliments. And I'll tell you the truth, you're going to get it back tenfold. Oh, man. Ha ha! I like it. You can be my husband. I wouldn't mind. How about you? Are you attractive? I get the feeling you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be giving out such joy and love. You know what? You can't give what you don't have. People can't give love if they don't have it. You got to have it to give it. So, do you want to get love? Give it. Feel it. Have it. Have your cup runneth over, baby. And you're going to be surprised at what you're going to get back. You're going to be surprised at the universe trying to serve you what you've served it. Right? In the harvest, don't complain. In the harvest of life, don't complain. Why? Because it's your crop. You planted it. Now this is what you harvest. Don't complain. If you've had a good harvest, don't apologize. If you've made a fortune and you've done it serving people well, don't apologize. You made the harvest. You made the planting. You tended your field. You have a great harvest. Don't apologize. If you've lived an enlightened way of life and it's served other people, everybody's come out a winner. Don't apologize. All right. I have a marriage proposal here, my first one this year. All right. I will be your husband. Right now, I'm going to be your YouTube husband. All right. And till coffee ends, do we part. All right, everybody. So glad you're here. Thanks for chiming in. We're getting a lot of new subscribers on my channel. And you know what? I'm appreciative. I got an attitude of gratitude going forward from this morning. Who made the coffee? Oh, I did. So glad you're here, everybody. Thanks for chiming in. I like going live on the YouTube vertical format because I know that YouTube pushes that out in the shorts feed. I get in contact with more and more people who aren't already subscribed. Some people are just stumbling across my content by accident, but that's all right. Sometimes what I'm saying resonates with people, and then they subscribe and they check out the rest of my channel, and I get to grow as a community of progress, and I appreciate it. And I do have an attitude of gratitude. I've been not just journaling and writing down, but in my bedroom, I have a dry erase board in the corner. And what I've habituated, because I read it somewhere and said it makes a difference, and I believe it does, and it has, every morning when the feet hit the floor, I go to that dry erase board and I write down 10 things that I'm most grateful for. We can't have two opposing thoughts in our brain at the same time. So if you're feeling an attitude of gratitude, you can't feel angry, frustrated, worry, anxiety. And guess what? You win the morning, most likely you're going to win your day. And so I've been writing that down every day. What am I most thankful for in my life? Right? That's how you start your day, with powerful questions. Your subconscious will not argue with you. It'll answer whatever question you ask. If you're asking disempowering questions, why am I so stupid? Why am I so unsuccessful? Your brain will not say, hey, wait a minute. You got a lot going for you. It's going to give you an answer to the question you ask. Change your questions and you're going to change your life. I've tried it. I've experimented. It's served me well, which is why I'm sharing it with you. Ask a powerful question in the morning. What am I most thankful for in my life? Write it down. The act of thinking it, writing it, and then seeing it, say it out loud, hearing your own voice, all those different modalities, and it's going to affect how you think, the emotions you feel, and the vibration you're going to be on. And now, as you go forward in your day, you're going to be attracting circumstances and or people that are going to manifest great things into its physical reality based on the vibration that you're feeling. Oh, you're getting me all fired up today. We both can show kindness. I got to put that on my screen, my friend, because that is so great. And I read something today. No, I heard Jim Rohn say it today. Goes along with what you said. Be kind. That's right. Be kind. Somewhere it said. You know what? We can be powerful and gentle. We can do both things at the same time. There is scripture that says, be wise like a serpent and gentle as a dove. The challenge is those things usually don't go together. People who are wise like a serpent aren't normally gentle as a dove. And people who are gentle as a dove aren't normally wise as a serpent. But it says, strive to be both. Strive to be both. That's the ultimate summit of living life to its fullest. We can be both. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. That's scripture, right? Philippians 4. So glad you're here, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we got people chiming in from all over the world, and I'm so thankful. I'm not joking. You actually are adorable, and I would love to be with you. Wow. Heart, heart, boom, boom. Hey, you know what? I want to give you a kiss right now. Here it is. Boom. From me to you, just like Richard Dawson on the Family Feud, I'll kiss you right in the mouth. Go forward. A little humor in your life. It's not going to hurt anybody. No way. Make someone laugh. Give someone a smile. Put some joy out in the world. Sounds like blah, blah, BS, but it's not. Live life uniquely in your own personal way. Some of the greatest things that we can do. Be powerful and gentle. Don't complain. It's your harvest. Take responsibility. You're the one that planted in the harvest, right? Two things. Learn to reap without complaint and learn to apologize if you've done well. Learn to not apologize. I'm sorry. All right. We have a lot of great things to talk about today. Deal harshly with your enemies, my friends. And when I talk about enemies, I'm talking about thieves of the mind. Yeah, we should pay attention to the thief in the alley trying to steal our money. But more importantly, the thief of the mind that's going to steal our opportunities. What are those? Pessimism. Kill it. Get rid of it. Fight it hard. Negativity. Procrastination. Something I fight every day. Why? Because I've become so good at it. I'm so great at procrastination, I could teach it. All right, everybody. Wait a minute. I got a new wonderful person. Hey, Valerie Schmidt from Pennsylvania. Glad you're back. Back from the beach. Isn't the beach great? Tell me how you enjoyed the beach. Valerie Schmidt from Pennsylvania. You know, when I go live in the vertical format, a lot of times I connect with people who are just stumbling across me. But I got somebody like Valerie Schmidt from Pennsylvania, who's a returning wonderful person, back from the beach. And I love the beach. I've had a beach house up until recently, this past year. Now that I'm divorced, I don't have the beach house. But daily walks on the beach. I can't tell you. Well, I can. I will tell you. Somehow it fills your soul to be around the crashing waves, the gentle rhythm of the waves crashing on the sand, feeling the sand on your bare feet, hearing those sounds of the seagulls, feeling the wind, the sea breeze, the salty air on your face, looking over the endless horizon. Sometimes I would stop walking on the beach and just stare at that horizon. Wow, it's taking me right there. Sometimes what you strongly imagine in your mind, your subconscious doesn't know the difference. And I'm at the beach right now in my mind. Thank you, Valerie Schmidt, for taking me to the beach. I appreciate you. Valerie Schmidt. I got a cat next to me right now. Tell me about your cat. I have a cat. I have a tabby. Now, I do love my cat, but it's been tiresome. My cat is 19 years old. Of course, I love my cat. I'm glad she's still alive. But you know what? It's hard to travel, find people to take care of the cat. I drive from Florida here to my island in New York. Cat travels okay, but sometimes it's a pain in the neck. I'm just saying, 19 years old. I mean, it's a blessing, of course. So hi to your kitty for me. Glad you're here, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I am so happy you're here. I am living with an attitude of gratitude today. I did it yesterday, but you know, tomorrow's not promised, and every day's a renewing of the mind. And we have to really be at the doorstep of our mind every day to guard it against the enemies who want to come in and steal our joy. And we are not going to let that happen because we are vigilant and we're always expanding and expressing and learning and becoming more. Isn't that the zest that you and I have for our lives? Thank you, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. If you're just stopping in, you're in the right place. Her name is Roxy. I love it. My cat is Gracie. Her name is Rory. I'm sorry. And I think she is a forest cat. I don't even know what that means, but I love it. My cat is an indoor cat. Valerie Schmidt coming at me live right here on the chat. I have another cat. Her name is Mittens. And I don't know what her brand is. Well, God bless you for taking care of the little furries. Boom, thumbs up, hearts out to you. Taking care of our furry animals. Cats, dogs, they can give us such love in our life. Not only by the love they give us, like dogs do no matter what, but when you're caring for something else, like a living creature, like a dog or cat, you are feeling love because you're giving it. You feel what you give, and you get that back. You can do it with people too. But with animals, it has its own special lovingness, if that's a word. Hey, maybe it's a new word. I don't know. That's what happens when you go live. Sometimes you get little gifts of life. Sometimes words come into your heart and mind that you didn't know you were going to think or say. And those are the gifts of life we need to embrace on a daily basis. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for all the positive comments today, all the positive interactions. Not always the case. Anytime you open yourself up, you open your hearts and your minds, you open yourself up to public criticism and or attack and a kick in the heart, if not the stomach. And that's the way life is when you open your heart and mind to new relationships, new connections with people. Some people don't do it because they're worried they're going to get hurt. Might happen, but there's two sides to every coin, right? There's a polarity. It could get bad, but it can get so, so wonderful. Yes, the damn glass is half empty, but it's also half full. All right, everybody. Love and affection to you from me to you. All right, everybody. So glad you're here. And Mittens has a sister, and her name is Lily. And we don't know what breed is Lily because Mittens and Lily look so alike. Thank you, Valerie Schmidt. Every interaction you have with somebody else can be very fulfilling if you make it that way by what? Being present. I learned that in my improv class, how to be present in the current conversation that I'm having with somebody else. And mostly I'm talking about in real life. Not that this is not real life, but in real time. When you're face to face with somebody, when you're across the table, when you're right there, be where you are. Be present. Don't be thinking of what you're going to say when the conversation breaks. We tend to try to get ready for the break in the conversation so that we can fill that void with the next best thing we want to say. But when we try to do that, we rob ourselves and the other person from our listening and actually hearing what they're trying to express to us. When you do improv classes, you learn through all sorts of exercises and games that you can't time travel back or forward. You are forced to be present into actually what's happening between you and your scene partner. Go out there in the world and treat everybody you talk to as your scene partner, and you're going to be present in that conversation. You're not going to be time traveling to the past or the future. You're going to be right there with them, making eye contact. Learn to make eye contact with a smile. Eye contact with a smile is safe to the other person. Even a neutral facial expression. And then eye contact, that could not be safe to the receiver. So if you're meeting someone out there for the first time or just greeting them, greet them with a smile as you make eye contact. They'll feel safer if you're smiling. You know what? Don't make it be fake, but it makes a big difference in your initial meeting with somebody else. All right. Just a bit of wisdom right there that I'm sending. It's 9:34 right now. Exactly. Your Eastern Standard Time. Of course, Valerie. You're in Pennsylvania. I'm in the state of New York. We're in Eastern Time Zone. But hey, let's see who's out there in other countries. Let me know if you're in another country, another time zone. Maybe it's nighttime where you're at. Let me know. I want to connect with you. Subscribe to the channel. We got so many new subscribers this morning. I'm so glad I turned on the camera to connect with you in a real, raw way. No greater joy than interacting with somebody else in a real, raw way. Are we going to do this or are we not? I heard that yesterday from somebody. Good coffee. I know who I heard that from yesterday. I was watching Arthur C. Brooks. He's a professor of happiness at Harvard. I know it's daytime. Valerie, we're on the same time zone. I'm in the state of New York. I'm not that far from you. I'm probably 4 hours away. 5 hours, maybe. All right. Cliff Yates, everybody, coming at you live and in person, retired cop, stand-up comedian, and guess what? Your new friend, your new collaborator. When two or more are gathering in his name, that's you and me. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, check out the rest of my content. I don't know, but I think it might serve you well. Leave me a comment on the rest of my channel. I will respond to you. Test me in this. I promise you I'm being sincere. All right, everybody, I'm so glad to connect with new people today. Every day in every way, we're getting better than we were yesterday. Isn't that the theme of my stream? Every day, every way, trying to be better than we were yesterday. And that's the best. We can all get better. You can get better. I can get better. We can all get better. We can all strive to get better. Let's do it. Not just talk about it. It's not just in the learning. It's in the doing. It's not just in the getting the knowledge. It's in the application. That's where the summit of life satisfaction lies for both you and me together. Two are stronger than one. Let's do it. So glad you're here today. Let me know in the comments where you're from. Well, guess what, everybody? All of us are going to suffer the pain of one or two things. We are going to suffer the pain of one or two things. Either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Here's the difference. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. All of us are going to suffer from one of two pains. Let's choose discipline. I love it. For every disciplined effort, multitude of rewards. So true. I've applied it. I've tried it. And it served me well. And so now I pass it on to you. A rising tide raises all boats. That's why if I do better, you do better. If we do better, other people do better. And then the world does better. And you didn't think you could have an impact on the world, did you? But now you know. And that's why you and I, going forward, are going to have a positive impact on other people. Thank you, everybody, for checking in this morning. The Cliff Yates channel. I'm glad you're here. Let's let a few more thousand people jump on board before we talk about gems of wisdom that we can share with other people. The mind has to be fed. It can't be starved. It's the miracle of your future is worked out not by the body, but by the mind. We must ponder major life issues. Hey, everybody, glad you're checking in. I know some people are just stumbling in here on the Shorts feed. Hey, I'm all about getting better every day in every way than we were yesterday. If that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, subscribe to the channel. You're in the right place. I like going live in the vertical mode of YouTube because I know YouTube pushes it to the Shorts feed, and then people jump in, jump out, and they say, hey, this crazy bastard is someone I might want to listen to or collaborate with in the future. I'm going to subscribe, damn it. He's building a community of progress, and there's no greater joy than having a positive impact on other people. And maybe you're saying to yourself, I want to be part of this community. I want to have a positive impact on other people. I want to put joy and love out into the world. Yeah, there's bad. Yeah, the glass is half empty, but it's also half full. There's a polarity in everything in life. This is very, very bad. That means there's another side of the coin. This is very, very good. Through every adversity, there's an equal or greater opportunity if we'll just look for it. What a great way to live. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Hey, the headline says, be ruthless with your enemies. That's what I'm talking about today. Be ruthless, kill your enemies. And I'm talking about pessimism. Pessimism, procrastination, indecision will rob you of opportunities. I'm so good at procrastination, I could teach it. I have to fight it every day. Get rid of your enemies, kill them. Be ruthless, lest they be ruthless with you. We got to be harsh with our enemies of indecision, pessimism, indecision, procrastination. Get rid of them. All right, everybody. Glad you're here. If this resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, do me a favor. Subscribe to my channel. Cost you nothing. It's like giving people a beautiful greeting every day. Cost you nothing, but it might mean something to them. Serving other people, don't apologize for it. If you've made a great fortune in your life by serving well, don't apologize for it. In the harvest, 2 things. Don't complain. After all, it's your crop, your harvest. Don't complain if you've done poorly. And if you've done well, don't apologize. If you've made a fortune and you've done it in an enlightened way that serves everybody and everybody's a winner, don't apologize for that. An ancient writer said, I've learned to be both ambitious and content. Oh, isn't that the ultimate way to live life? I've learned to be ambitious and content. Most ambitious people are not content. Most contented people are not ambitious. If we can blend the two, combine the two going forward from today, won't that be a great, great thing to have in our arsenal of living life greatly? Oh, you guys are firing me up. So glad you're here. You're in the right place. Subscribe to my channel, and you're joining a community of progress, living well, living greatly, going forward with a new mindset. Why not? We have the choice to make today. We have the choice to make today. So glad you're here. Let me know in the comments. Jump on the chat. Why not? Let's commit. Let's connect. Let's share thoughts and ideas that might serve us both well. Just tell me where you're at. That's my call to action right now. Where are you in the world? I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Thousand Islands, New York. It's a 20-mile stretch of the St. Lawrence River, and it runs north past Montreal, Canada, and eventually out into the Atlantic Ocean. And this beautiful fresh water that I'm surrounded by on my island is from the Great Lakes. The same water that's going past me right now as I look out over this beautiful vista of water is the same water that went over Niagara Falls. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy just to think about it. So glad you're here. Morning Coffee with Cliff, and we are dealing today with our enemies, and we're dealing with our enemies very, very ruthlessly, lest they deal with us ruthlessly. We, going forward, we're all going to suffer from one or two pains. We are either going to suffer from the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And the pain of discipline weighs ounces, and the pain of regret weighs tons. Let's choose discipline over procrastination, over pessimism, over indecision. Those are our enemies that are going to rob us of our opportunities. We can get rid of them, we can fight them, and we might have to do it on a daily basis, but we can be victors and not victims. So glad you're here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you're in the right place. Morning Coffee with Cliff. I don't mess around, I'm all in. Let's go deep or go home. Let's do it. Go deep or go home could be the mantra of today's theme. Go deep or go home could be the mantra. And isn't that the best way to live? Would you like to have a bunch of superfluous, surface level relationships, or would you like a couple deep, meaningful friendships, relationships, loves? I think deep is better. Go deep or stay home. I like it. Maybe I'm going to do a podcast episode on that later today. Go deep or stay home. Are we going to do this or are we not? I was listening yesterday to Arthur C. Brooks, who is a professor of happiness at Harvard University. He has a class on happiness. Can you believe it or not? And he has a podcast called Office Hours. Check him out. Arthur C. Brooks. He is dedicated to finding out through neuroscience how we operate and become happier. What leads to happiness? The things we think and do that lead to happiness. He's a professor of happiness. Wouldn't that be the greatest job in the world? Guess what? We can be entrepreneurs of our happiness business. We can be in the business of our own happiness. As a matter of fact, we are in the business of our own happiness. Take responsibility. It's your harvest. It's your crop. So if it's bad, don't complain because it's yours. If it's good, if you've had a great harvest and you've made a fortune and you've done it serving well, don't apologize. It's your crop, good or bad. So glad you're here. You're in the right place. You really are. And glad to connect with you. I can't tell you, but I will tell you how much I've enjoyed connecting with people all over the world doing these lives. There hasn't been what someone would call the greatest of numbers, right? A lot of people like 5,000, 10,000 people's watching people's. A lot of people watch. They love 10,000 people watching their live streams. Not me. I'm happy with 2. That's right. I have 2 right now, and you're the most important person in my world right now. And if that resonates with you, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. We got a live chat feed going on, and I would appreciate hearing from you. How about a little interaction? Okay, it's not the best. I mean, we're not across the table from each other. We're not face to face except in this live stream, but we can connect. I have connected with people in the live stream. Later, we emailed each other. Later, we got on a Zoom call. Later, we met in person. And now, I have friendships that started with a live stream. I got a track record of connecting with people first on a very surface level, and then it grew to the next steps. So, maybe on the ladder of relationship, we're on the bottom rung, but it can only go up from here, and we can do that right now by connecting. Don't be bashful. Do not be shy. Live intentionally. Live with great passion, enthusiasm, and energy. All the energy in the world is available to us. I'm telling you, you don't get energy. Universal energy comes to and through of us. Control the flow, baby. Control the flow. Be open-minded and open-hearted, and you're going to be so amazed at what you're going to attract in your life. I know because I do it. I've done it. I like to share it and bring people along with me. Bringing people up and together, no greater joy. Hey, that always hasn't been the mission. Well, it really always has, even though I spent 35 years as a cop from upstate New York all the way to the big city of Los Angeles, right? Sometimes I was working rough areas, sometimes in the service of the community. It may not have seemed like my mission was to bring people up and together, but really, the bottom line is, it was. It was. Hey, glad you're listening. Glad you're connecting with me in the live stream. And I have an attitude of gratitude. Why? Because I've habituated it. Hey, try this. I learned this from the Bob Proctor, Sandy Gallagher Institute, and they talked about, they were coaching somebody. Linda was coaching somebody and paying her big bucks. And she said, here's what I want you to do. Every morning, write down 10 things that you are grateful for in your life. And he said, is that it? And she said, that's it. Try that for 30 days and let me know if that changes your life. Every morning, get out of bed and write down 10 things that you're grateful for in your life. Ask the question out loud. What am I most grateful for in my life? Then write it down. I write it down on a dry erase board. I have to think it. What am I most grateful for? 1, God, Jesus. 2, Mom, so on and so forth. Now I've got to think it, answer the question, what am I most grateful for? Now I write it down. Now I see it. I say it out loud. Now I hear it. That causes me to have emotions and feelings, and now kinesthetically I feel it. And so those thoughts and feelings are going to be planted in my subconscious mind, creating a vibration whereby for the rest of my day, if I stay in that vibration, I attract like-minded circumstances and people into my life. Who can do it? You can. Anybody can. Let's do it. It's not about just learning. It's about doing. It's not about gathering knowledge. It's about applying it. Key phrase. Key phrase. We must all suffer one of two pains. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One weighs ounces. The other weighs tons. If you've had regret, then you know it. If you've had discipline in your life, then you know it. Every day is a renewing of your mind and the renewing of your life. It's like being born again. Every day that you wake up, open your eyes, it's a new day. You may have had wins in the past and you may have had defeats in the past, but you do have now. You do have today. There's only this. Forget regret or life is yours to miss. From the song of the great production of Rent, forget regret or your life is yours to miss. There's only this. There's only now. I wish I could remember the rest of the song, but I think about it often. It impacted me. When I first saw that Broadway show back in 1995, it had a big impact on me. All right, everybody, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Cliff Yates, and I want to connect with you in a real raw way. The only way we can do that right now is for you to either leave a comment or subscribe to the channel, and or both. Share it with somebody who needs to share it. And we can live greatly going forward. Key phrase, we must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. You can't change the seasons. We can't manipulate the tides. We can't change the weather. But we can change ourselves. We can change what we think. We can change what we do. We can take total control of what we think, say, do, and in that regard, what our harvest is going to be in the future. Plant now, tend, harvest. Do two things in your harvest. Don't complain. Do not grumble. It's your harvest. It's your crop. Don't complain. 2, if you've had a great harvest, if you lived enlightened, whereby your actions have caused a win-win with everybody else and you've served well, and so doing you made a fortune, don't apologize. Don't apologize for a great harvest. It is your crop. You did the planting, tending, and it's your harvest. Don't apologize if you've done well and it served other people well. Don't apologize. If it hasn't gone too well in your harvest, don't complain, don't grumble. It's your crop. You are the cause. You are the cause of your effect. Key phrase number 2. You are, let me say this the right way. You are your biggest problem, and you are your only solution. Two sides of the same coin that you possess, nobody else has control over. You are your biggest problem, and you are your solution. And isn't that a great thing to discover? If you haven't already, discover it today. And going forward, you're going to start taking control of your decisions. You're going to take control of your actions. And you're actually going to be a direct reflection of your inside thinking. Your outside world is going to start to be a reflection of your inside world. Okay, and that's an exciting thing. Hey, if that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, then you're in the right place. I'm Cliff Yates, and listen, I've, just like you, I lived many roles and many facets of my life, and in fact, I don't know about you, I'm not done yet. As I get older, I'm not slowing down, I'm ramping up. I'm living with more intention. I'm living with more intention and intensity, more enthusiasm, more excitement. And I say that with full knowledge of what I see around me in many cases. A lot of people who are my age, my generation. They're slowing down. They're logy. They've lost a step or two. They're hunched over. They're not excited. They're not anticipating great things in their future. I can't be around that. Proximity. We're a direct reflection of what we read and who we hang around. I can't help but get excited when I think about the vision that I have for myself going forward that I want you to have for yourself. Hey, listen, as Bob Proctor once said, hey, I don't care what you think or judge of me. I don't care if you like me. I want you to like me. I'm a pretty good guy. But it's more important what you think about yourself, that you like yourself, that you go forward with the power to change your thinking, change your actions, and thus change your results. Hey, why would I say and do things to try to serve you? Because selfishly, there's no greater joy than having a positive impact on somebody else. And if you haven't done it, try it. And if you've done it, remember it. How did it make you feel? Something you said, did, someone modeled. Maybe they even came back to you and said, hey, what you said, what you did, I tried it. Man, it had a big impact on my life in a positive way. Thank you. Woo, if you get that thank you, I can't tell you. If you haven't experienced it, whoa, how that's going to make you feel. Hey, it's probably going to propel you forward in life to try to expand and express more to other people how they can make a difference, not only in their own life, but in serving other people. It's kind of great stuff, isn't it? I love talking about it. I love doing it. I love fellowshipping with other people who are like-minded in that regard. I like people who aren't, but they're interested. Hey, Cliff, I want to know what you're on. I want to know what you believe and why you believe it, Cliff. I want that energy. Ooh, hey, those are powerful questions. And when I get those questions, it's opened the door for me to connect with that person in a real raw way. And I'm getting the opportunity now to actually have a positive impact on them because they've opened up the possibility of that happening. And we have to do the same thing every day in every way to get better than we were yesterday. Open yourself up to the possibility of connecting with somebody else that might serve you well, but on the other side of the coin, you might serve them well. And when you're out there with an attitude of gratitude trying to serve other people, you're actually serving up for yourself an opportunity to do and attract to yourself great things. I'll tell you what, I love it. I love it. And hey, thanks. Thanks for connecting with me. I see we have a lot more subscribers this morning. And hey, going forward, you know what? I got 2 people in the live stream. You know what? Some people love having 1,000 people. Not me. I like 2. I like 2. Just me and you. You know what? There's a lot of truth to that. I remember in the past inviting people over here to the island. And you know what? Once you get above 6 people, then people start branching off and having their own conversations. 2 to 4 people, tight group together, interacting with each other. Hey, that's a sweet spot. Too many sometimes, and people break off. And now they're in 2 or 3 here, 2 to 3 here. Hey, more importantly, just like now, live streaming, yeah, I could have 1,000 people commenting in the live stream. You know how many people I could really chat with in the live stream if there was 1,000 people? Not too many. I got 2 people. Leave me a chat. Leave me a comment. Leave me a question. You know how many people I can interact with 2? Everybody. Everybody. I would rather have a positive impact on 1 person than have no impact on 1,000. Oh yeah, 1,000 people would be nice, but positively impacting 1 person, that could change the world. Who knows what that person's going to go on to accomplish, serve, and do just because of something you and I might have said to them, something you and I might have inspired them to do by our actions. They might have been watching us. They might have been listening to us and we had no idea. And we might have said something, we might have done something that they decided that they were going to try themselves to see if they got a similar results as they were seeing inside of us. They saw maybe our enthusiasm. Maybe they saw our joy. Maybe they felt that in their interaction with us. And maybe they didn't ask. Maybe they didn't talk with us. Maybe they just saw, heard, and then they tried it themselves, and they had a positive result. We may never know the positive impact we had on some people. We may never get the feedback. And that's okay with you and me. All we know is that we went out into the world with that intention, that vibration, that attitude of gratitude, serving others as our intention. And guess what? Sometimes that's all we need to make our day, make our way, and to live better than we did yesterday. Wow, I wish I would have wrote that down. That just came through and to me somewhere from the ether. All those thoughts and ideas are out there in the air. Positivity is in the air from other people. Negativity is in the air from other people. Here's an example how you can know it. All of the music in the world, all of the movies in the world are right now here in my room. I know because I have a TV receiver. And if I tune into that frequency, I get to watch that movie. I get to hear that music because I'm on the same frequency. And guess what? We create the vibration that we're on inside. And when you get on that frequency, that's exactly what you're going to attract to yourself. People, circumstances, things that are on that frequency. Everything is vibrating. Everything. Even this table. If you took a strong microscope and you looked at the wood on this table, it's moving. It's vibrating at a certain frequency, just like we are. When you die, you look like you're lifeless and you're not moving. Your body is still moving. It's on a vibration. That's how we can go from body to dust. All right, everybody. I hope that resonated with you in a positive way. If so, leave me a comment. I will answer you right now. I will correspond with you. I will interact with the live chat. And let's have morning coffee. And let's deal ruthlessly with our enemies, lest they deal ruthlessly with us. You know the enemies of procrastination, pessimism, negativity, indecision that can rob us of our opportunities in the future. We got to kill them. Procrastination, I fight it every day. Boom, boom, boom. Why? Because I'm so damn good at it, I could teach it. But I can't have procrastination. I've got to take the actions I need to take. What if my actions that I set out to do was to turn on the camera and live stream today to connect with other people in a real raw way? Well, I didn't put it off. I did it. I'm here, and I'm going to stay with you till the coffee's done. I've committed to it, and I make commitments to myself, and I follow through. That's how we increase our self-image. You're never going to outperform your self-image. That's why your self-image is so important. If you have a poor self-image, you can change it. If you don't like where you're living, you can change it. If you don't like your job, you can change it. If you don't like your friends, you can change it. We have the power. Glad you're here. I'm live streaming this morning from an island in the St. Lawrence River, the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Maybe you're just jumping on in the shorts feed. Maybe I've been live streaming, yes, for 53 minutes, but maybe the biggest connection I'm ever going to make in my life, or maybe the biggest connection you're ever going to make in your life is right now. Maybe you're just jumping on board in the shorts feed. Who the hell's this crazy bastard? Cliff Yates? Who the hell are you? I like it. I'm going to subscribe. Thank you. Maybe that connection will grow into something more. Maybe we're going to meet in person someday. Maybe we're going to be best of friends. Maybe. Be open. Just like when you're watching the news, you're watching a podcaster, you're watching someone who is saying something. You know what? When you hear it, say to yourself, maybe. It was reported today, maybe. Throw maybe on everything you hear, see today. Hold it up to the light. Is it true? Is there truth to this? Be discerning. Be very investigative to every bit of information that comes into your realm. Well, you have to be. With all AI-generated BS out there in the world, sometimes shit that appears real is not real. One of the reasons I like to go live, because you know damn well I'm real. The mistakes are here, baby. Sometimes I fumble. Sometimes I stumble. I don't give a shit. I'm going to be who I am. And if that resonates with you, then hey, you're in the right place. hit the subscribe button, connect with me. And hey, I'm growing my channel. It's a community of progress because I learned a long time ago, making progress towards a worthy goal or ambition, life satisfaction follows. It's going to be the harvest, baby. We can't change the seasons. We can't change the tides, but we can change ourselves. We have total power and control over what we think, do, say, and that's going to be a direct reflection in our results. Thank you, everybody. Glad you connected this morning. Some awesome people have come into my realm. Audit your inner circle. I do it all the time. Live from the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates. Glad you're here. Retired cop. Yeah, 35 years as a cop. Can you believe it? And I have joy in my heart. You don't find that often. I have a lot of cop friends, right? Man, they are full. They are full of negativity, anxiety, PTSD. They drink. They're alcoholics. They're suicidal. Some have already left me in my life from suicide. They've killed themselves because of their habitual way of thinking, ruminating on past anxieties, traumas that they've seen, felt, and heard. Don't think I've been there. I've been there. 30 years in Los Angeles, working South Central, working around gang-infested communities with shootings and murders, suicides and killings. I can ruminate on those thoughts and experiences, but I don't, because we only have one life to live. Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. I've continued a habituated way of living, exercising, working out, studying nutrition, living better, deciding what I'm going to think, do, and say, serving other people in a continuous way. But some of these police officer friends of mine have taken themselves out of the game. They're no longer serving people. They're no longer serving their families. They're no longer serving themselves. They are sitting in a pile of a toxic anxiety. They are surrounded by empty beer, whiskey bottles, and they're on a downward spiral towards an early death. Not me. Not me. And if you are like me and you want to live greatly going forward, then join me in my community of progress right here on my channel. Thank you, everybody. We have a lot more new subscribers, and I'm very thankful for that. Community of progress. It doesn't take much to exercise 45 minutes, an hour each day of intensified movement. It's going to serve you well. I am 69 years young, and yet I have the vitality, the energy, the ambition of someone 29. Is that by accident? No, it's a harvest. It's a harvest that I will not apologize for. We all have a harvest. If you have a bad harvest, don't complain. It's your crop. If you have a great harvest and it's served others well, maybe you made a fortune, don't apologize. It's your crop. Hey, a rising tide raises all boats. You can be part of that rising tide. Hey, if this resonates with you in a real raw way, subscribe to the channel and join a community of progress. All right, the coffee's almost done. Seems to always go just about an hour. Hey, I got to put your comment right here on the board because you know what? It's all right. Hyperborn Heritage. Oh, Heritage. Hyperborn Heritage. I don't know, but I love it. I love your profile picture. Thank you for your service. Oh, man, that always makes me feel good. You know what? People don't always remember what you say or do, but they remember how they made you feel. You made me feel great today. You really did. And that's why I try to pass it on. I do it. Sometimes I forget to do it, right? I see somebody with their veteran hat on. They've served in the armed forces. And I try to remember how you just made me feel. And then I pass that on. Hey, thank you for your service. Every time I meet somebody and they were in the service for our country, I don't take a look at that with political. I look at it with gratitude. Hey, thank you for your service. Even if the reason, you might say, well, that was a bad way to go to war and it was a bad reason and it was all political. I don't care. This person, this fellow human, they did it. They did it most likely because they wanted to serve a country that they appreciated, and they signed on the dotted line and they signed up. They probably they didn't want to die for serving our country and you and me, but they knew there was a possibility. I may die for a stranger in service of my country. And so I say thank you for your service. I do. You're actually performing a service right now by interacting with me in a positive way. We can serve other people in our small way. And I shouldn't say small way. Each of us plays the same role. That's the philosophy. Go out there. Open yourself up to connect with other people on the same level. No one is better than you. You're not better than anybody else. Operate and interact with people at the same level. Talk with somebody on the same level. And I'm telling you, just like when there's a little kid and you kneel down to get on their level, how they connect with you on a better way. All of a sudden, they see you eye to eye. A little kid, you kneel down to get on their level. I used to always do that as a police officer when I was talking to little kids. I knelt down, right? I knelt down, regardless of the ground, regardless of the dirt. It was better for me to get down and get on eye level. I didn't worry about getting in the dirt, having that stain on my knee of my freshly pressed uniform. It was more important to get down on the level, always interacting with people on the same level. How important. I'm glad I brought that. Thank you. You inspired that thought in me. Hey, Doggy Yo. So glad you're here, everybody. What's up? I almost didn't hang around for you. What the hell would I have missed out if you didn't come on board, my friend? Yeah, baby. I'm living every day in every way better than I was yesterday, Doggy Yo. But I'll tell you what, look what you did. Put a smile on my face this morning. And did you know that you were going to have a positive impact on somebody else? Did you know it? Did you go forward with that intention? Well, you did it. Damn it. Give yourself a high five, because there's no greater joy than having a positive impact on somebody else. You did it to me. I'm going to pass it on to other people. I'm going to be out in the field today, out in the field of life. I'm going to be interacting with some other people today. I'm going to a function this evening. I'm going to have your thought in my mind that I'm going to pass on a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of joy. You know what? I'm going to have a smile on my face. And guess what? And this is part of the fun. Some people aren't going to like it. Some people are they're going to be repelled by it. I don't give a shit. I'm going to still be smiling. I'm going to still be spreading joy into the world, because some people are going to like it. Some people are going to be on my frequency. Some people are going to be attracted to it, and we're going to connect. And the people who don't like it, who are rejected by it, who are repelled by it, who hate me because of it, hey, they're not my people. You're my people. Glad you're here. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be bashful. Be decisive. Hey, it says right on my little banner here, be ruthless to your enemies, lest they be ruthless to you. You know what those enemies are. Pessimism. You know what they are. Procrastination. Indecision. Those are the thieves of your mind that are going to try to steal opportunities in your future. Yeah, we should be careful of the thief in the alley taking our purse and our wallet. But more importantly is the thief of our own minds. Those enemies within that are going to try to derail our beautiful, amazing future. Hey, no way. Procrastination, I fight that shit every day. Why? Because I'm so good at it. I'm so great at procrastination, I could teach it. All right, everybody. I'm so glad to connect with Doggy Yo this morning. All right, Valerie Schmidt from Pennsylvania. So glad. Thanks for my service. Bye. You. I'll put your comment on the board because it means a lot. Everybody means a lot to me. People mean a lot to me. Yeah, I'm alone on my island today. Of course. I enjoy my solitude. I love contemplation. I love little meditation, looking out over the water and thinking about things, pondering the big decisions in life. But also, I like the other side of the coin. I like getting out there amongst them. I like interacting with the people. I like making new friends. Relationships are the most important thing in our lives. When it comes to the end of your life, what people found is the most important aspect of making them happy was the quality of their relationships, was a direct relationship to how happy they are. How do I know this? Because there's been a Harvard study for over 85 years on what makes people happy. At the end of their lives, people expressed very intently, openly, and honestly the happiness they felt was a direct reflection of the quality of the relationships. Didn't have to be quantity, didn't have to be a lot. They just needed a few deep relationships, which could be you and me. Subscribe, hit the button, leave me a comment. You know I love you. Hey, coffee's almost done, but you're here and I'm here. What's more important than that? Nothing. You know what? I like everything that we've talked about today, that I've expressed and expanded to you. I think I'm going to do a long-form podcast on this very topic. Right? This could have been, I could look at this as a dress rehearsal. Hey, I'm glad you're here, everybody. Thanks for checking in. I'm Cliff Yates. I'm coming at you from the United States of America. I'm talking about the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. And I'm all about how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. I study it. I gather knowledge and then I apply it. I get results and I share it with other people like you. And hey, why not? Thumbs up. Thank you. Hearts back at you. Got some new people jumping in on the Shorts feed. Hey, before you go, hit the subscribe button. Don't leave the scene of this positivity without taking some kind of action. And that means subscribe, join a community of progress. I'm all about it. I'm all about trying to be of some kind of value to you. And if I do, it's going to come back to me. I already figured that shit out. What I'm putting out into the world, serving the universe, guess what? All of a sudden, the universe turns around and tries to serve me back. And that's the way it works, not just with me, with you, everybody. No greater way to live a life. Doggy, yo! My girlfriend called me. I didn't even get to hear, bro, if you are a procrastinator. Let me tell you, that's one of the enemies that we got to slay. Doggy, yo. One of the enemies besides pessimism, indecision, is procrastination, my friend. And I fight it every day. Boom. Why? Because I become so great at it, I could teach it. That's how I have to fight it. Procrastination seeps in very sneakily. All of a sudden it shows up and I have to kill it. I got to be ruthless with my enemies of pessimism, indecision, procrastination. Yeah, people are going to tell you, hey, but the glass is half empty. Yeah, I know, but there's another side to the coin. It's also half full. All right, everybody. Glad you're here. Doggy, yo, you got this. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. You know why? I learned it from Bob Proctor. Check out Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor died a few years ago, but his videos are still out there. He was in the movie The Secret, and he studied that book, Think and Grow Rich, for over 55 plus years. You know what he said, and I think it's true. We don't get energy. We control the flow. All the energy in the world comes to and through us. If we will allow it, control the flow. And man, once I adopted that philosophy, I felt it. I felt that I was controlling the flow. I felt that I was getting some shields off me that was preventing the energy coming to and through me. And then it went crazy. And now you can see it, you can hear it, you can feel it. Okay, yeah, I've had some coffee, and it's a big, tough blend. I got Cafe Bustelo, which is a Cuban blend. It's an espresso blend. Ooh, it kicks you in the balls. It fires you up pretty good. But really, I'm that way anyways. I'm not going to apologize for it. All right. You know I love you. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for connecting today. Hey, live streaming an hour and 10. Hey, pretty good thing. Pretty good way to start the day. Hey, every day in every way, we're getting better than we were yesterday, and I'll always give you my best. Today, I'm going to give you my best. It may not be as good as it was yesterday. It may not be as good as it's going to be tomorrow. But today, It's going to be my best. It's going to be my most ambitious. It's going to be my most energetic. And maybe it'll serve you well. There's a possibility, but only if you adopt it and apply it. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Take knowledge, apply it, look at the results, and adjust accordingly. Go forward. You got this. I have more confidence in you than you have in yourself. That's the truth. All right, everybody. Great to connect with all of you today. It's been amazing. We got so many new subscribers today. The channel's growing exponentially. Put it out there. There's a thing called the law of compensation. Put out love. Put out great energy in the world. I'm telling you it's going to come back at you. But don't let your energy and enthusiasm be contingent on immediately receiving response. It might not come back right away. It might be latent. There might be lag time. You got to account for it. Trust in it. Go forward. Don't stop. It's like the stone cutter as he hammers that chisel. See, he hammers that chisel on that stone 80 times and there is no visible results. But he has faith. He has knowledge from past performances. There's going to be a hit. There's going to be a strike on that chisel. And that piece of marble is going to break away and reveal that awesome sculptor. The stonecutter knows, you know, and I know. Perseverance beats talent every damn time. Persevere. Keep going. Be like water. Water never stops. It doesn't stop. It finds a way around. It seeks its own level. Even against stone, it keeps going. Eventually, it'll wear stone away. Be soft like water, and you're actually going to defeat stone. We got this. It's exciting, the way to live. Live a unique life. A great author said, I've learned to be ambitious and content at the same time. Not too many people are ambitious and content. Not too many content people are ambitious at the same time. We can strive to be both. You and I can live in the ultimate summit of life satisfaction by living both. We got this. I don't have it. We have this. We are stronger together, collaborating together. We make a chain. Your link with my link creates a strong chain, a kinesthetic chain of positivity, perseverance, great achievement. You and I together. You're getting me all excited. I can't even leave you right now, even though my coffee is just about to the bottom of the cup. All right, everybody, but until next time, I've got to leave you. I got to go forward in my day. Every way and every day, I'm going to get better and better. Join me, a community of progress. Check out the rest of my channel. You know I love you. I will see you in the next video.